Coach, was that the definition of what you meant by seeing opportunities, not obstacles?
Absolutely. Just grateful, number one, for our guys in the locker room. Thankful to God that we get an opportunity to do this. That was a fun game, fun to watch those guys play the way they did. And that's our opportunity. And when it comes knocking, we want to take advantage of it. So tonight was a step in the right direction.
I don't know how Trey could have taken any more advantage. You had to love what you saw out of him tonight. What made that rim so huge, especially from beyond the arc?
I thought we started the game with a different mindset, a different force. Our guys care. The OKC game, we didn't start with the same mentality. And tonight, we climbed into guys right away, defensively, picking up 94 feet, scrappy, getting deflections, getting steals, rebounding the ball, and it energized everything we did because now we're playing downhill, moving the basketball, and that's what it takes for us. Trey was incredible. He's a shot maker, and he's having an unbelievable year. So I'm extremely proud of him and what he's doing, the hard work that he's putting in with Coach Brewer. And, tonight was an example of the work that they put in.
Consistency. How do you pull that through now to the last 14?
Keep focusing on what we can control. And look, the way we played tonight didn't guarantee us a win, but it gives us an opportunity. And I'll continue to say it. We can do all the little things. We can play hard. We can compete. We can play smart. We can take care of the basketball. We can rebound. We can contest shots. We can move the basketball. So when we focus on those things and not, I got to score or I got to do it on my own, we're a better team for it.
Yeah, they were in a zone defense for a lot of that game. And what allowed you guys to take advantage against that look there?
Number one, we made shots. So that's extremely important. 19 to 40 from three, 50% from the field. So when you make shots like that, it forces teams to have to come out of a zone. And it's something that we work on constantly. We work on zone probably 2-3 times a week, watching it, because teams will throw a zone out there based on the fact that they, want to stop us from getting in the paint. So tonight, once again, we executed across the board.
Trey hit 3 of those threes in the third quarter in, I think, less than a minute. Just how fun was watching him, get that hot there, especially in the third?
That was fun. It's what he's capable of. Maybe not every night having 40 and shooting the ball that well, but when Trey's open, we all believe it's going down. So once again, I'm extremely proud of him, and his teammates were looking for him all game.
Yeah, I feel like the story, surrounding Trey, even dating back to his college days, just how rapid his growth has been from year to year. Just what's it been like just watching his maturation, going from last year as a rookie to where he is right now?
It's incredible. We talked about it actually today, just kind of having perspective on the floor during our walkthrough. I asked Trey, what were you doing this time last year? He was like, I just started playing pretty much, So I said, that's perspective. Now you're a major contributor to our program, and that's something to be proud of. And just you got to keep building and keep looking at life like that. Tonight he went out and just played free. He's open. He shot the ball. He continued to make the right play when he wasn't. That's what it takes for us.
Something else that stood out, like Christian said after he got hot, was just the reaction from his teammates on the bench. It seemed like all of them were just going crazy for him. What does that kind of say about him, just the way guys react to him and respond to him, especially when he's playing well?
It was fun. And, those are the Pelicans that we're accustomed to seeing. And, we've been a bit inconsistent in our play, but tonight was a game that we were locked into the details, and the game plan was excellent. That's what it takes, is for us to follow a game plan, give ourselves an opportunity to win, and it's fun when we can play like that.
Larry obviously came back tonight. It looked like he was still kind of being bothered by it early on, but just what does it mean for him to, I guess, come back a little bit early to try to fight through and be out there with his guys?
Larry's a leader, and he wants to be out there on the floor. He's been talking about it for the last 3 or 4 days. These guys understand that we're coming down a stretch. It's going to be a tight race for the playoffs. And so he's trying to get himself ready for the last 14 games. So it was huge to have him on the floor tonight. His presence was felt.
And then Herb seems like he's really starting to find his groove, being active everywhere. He's the defensive Herb we're used to. He's starting to get back going on offense. What have you thought of him and the play he's had in the last couple of weeks?
Herb set the tone. That starting unit with him in there. I think he was frustrated about last night's game and his play, our team's play, and he went out and just led. He's a quiet leader, but that's the Herb that we all want to see, flying around on defense, just making basketball plays.
Coach, in pregame we talked about, needing to keep turnovers low, but you wanted to still see the pace. Well, you guys were able to manage to thread that needle tonight. And can you put your finger on why that happened? Was it maybe the guys saw some shots going, or was it being able to get in the open floor off their misses?
I think we set the tone with our defense to start the game. When teams can't score on you and you're rebounding the ball, you're contesting shots. Now you're getting out and you're kind of playing in the open floor over and over again. We're not playing against a set defense every time down, so that contributes to us being able to take care of the basketball. That's what it takes for us. We have to do a good job of contesting shots, following our game plan. We want to get out and play in the open floor. We want to get transition baskets, easy baskets. Now everything starts to open up from there.
Coach, you just mentioned it starting the game early. Herb's first, help defense. He draws the charge, go down and get a basket. Defense just didn't let up. Looking at what he's doing, talk about just like his leadership and intelligence in that play, and this new role you had him in the last couple weeks. It's kind of early, but all defensive team campaigns are going to start from now on Herb again. How do you think this new role might help him get more appreciated because he's able to do more in your scheme?
Well, it's something we kind of fallen into because teams will put their fives or maybe their weaker defender on Herb. And I don't want him he's too good of a player to just stay in the corner the whole game. So trying to get him more in some of our actions. Herb's a playmaker. He did it in college. He did it last season. So there's times where we want to put the ball in his hands. We want to put him at the five and just let him be a playmaker, which is what he does well for us. Tonight, he did that across the board.
Gotcha. And another person really stepping up in a new role, Jaxson Hayes. Didn't make a field goal, got 3 points from the free throw line, but really affected some shots and filled up the stat sheet. Can you talk again just how much he's come along these last few weeks in this new role and how he's embraced the challenge?
Yeah, Jackson's doing well. He's coming in, and for the last few games, he's been pretty consistent with his energy. His focus is there. When he rim runs, he's getting lob opportunities. He didn't have as many tonight as he did in the past, but we like what we're seeing from Jaxson, and we just want him to keep it up.
What do you think about the way Jay Rich played off the bench?
Jay Rich, he was fantastic. Once again, he fed off the guys' energy. He came in and he continued to keep the standard high, made shots, he defended. All across the board, down the list of our guys, they all came in and contributed, and it was a big-time team win for us. Okay, thank you.
Just coming off that OKC game, how encouraging was that for y'all to respond like you did tonight?
It was a good win. I think we came out with a good attitude, with good intensity, a good level of awareness and understanding of what we wanted to accomplish. And we executed, we competed. This is the type of games where, win or lose, you like the way that you compete and execute so you can live with whatever type of result you get. So I thought we played a much better game tonight. Even, obviously we won, but I think the start of the game was better too.
3 of Trey's threes came in a minute there late in the third quarter. Just what did you think about his overall game and just how hot he got there at that point in the second half?
No, it was good, man. I think, we talked about it, him generating attempts. It's important. You're going to make shots. You got to generate attempts. Understand they're going to close out tight to you, figuring out how to use the pump fake, how to move it out the ball. And I think he was aggressive. He drove to the basket. So he got to the free throw line a little bit. He did a little bit of everything tonight. I think that was really good for his confidence, and that kind of helped build on the foundation of us obviously trying to find him, but then him trying to find his own shot.
Yeah, Trey was kind of a late bloomer. I mean, at Rice before he went to Virginia. What do you just think is the ceiling for him?
I'm not sure. I think that's up to him. It's up to him and his work ethic and how he continues to evolve and take advantage of each summer and then the mentality that he comes with into each season. But obviously the growth is there. We talked about it in the preseason in terms of the strides that he's going to make and how he'll be an important, factor and piece of our team. And obviously it's coming to fruition now. We've had a lot of injuries, a lot of guys in and out of the lineup, and that's given them a chance to obviously play more and play different roles. But I think, he has something that translates everywhere. That's ability to shoot, and obviously the athleticism is there too. So continuing to figure out ways to be his best self will be very important for us.
Yeah, you didn't join the team until February last year, but what's it been like just seeing how rapid his growth has been, during his first 2 seasons?
It's been really good, man. He's continued to work on his craft, which is important on off days, getting in the gym early, taking advantage of his PD, watching film, getting a lot of work in with Brew. And I think now it's just about continuing to build that confidence and that shot discipline to where, don't just shoot 14 threes on these types of nights. Figure out ways to get double-digit three-point attempts, on a night where you're not hitting, right? Because that'll help our team. Being able to shoot 35 to 43s is what we really need, and it can't just be me. It can't just be, him. Other guys got to continue to step up and be willing to take threes as well, because that's how the game is evolving.
How important, you mentioned it, just to get that number of threes up, just doing like he did tonight, doing it in different ways other than just catch and shoot, right? Some off balance, some running off of screens, just doing other things to get yourself open behind the perimeter.
Yeah, part of that is player movement, ball movement, setting better screens, us waiting for the screens. I think is a combination of things, and tonight we did a much better job. Obviously, they were in zone, so that kind of changes the dynamic a little bit in terms of possessions, in terms of flow of the offense, but I thought we did a good job of playing fast and then making pretty good decisions.
What's going to be the key to continue to be able to come out with the energy that you guys had tonight?
We just got to get stops early. I think that helps. When you're taking the ball out, it's demoralizing. You got to walk it up. It's not the same. But when you get stops, it's more of a free-flowing game early. You can kind of get out and run and play a fast break game.
As you talk about starting early, keeping that energy, Herb drew a foul within like the first 16 seconds, got the energy going on the other end. Can you talk about how his leadership is just leading from the front and how much his locker room feels he would be deserving of that credit, all defense, those sort of accolades that are going to start coming?
Yeah, I thought he should have been all defense last year. But if people watch more Pelicans games, they would know about his ability to guard. He takes on the assignment every night. He guards 1 through 5. Great help defender. In terms of being able to go from guarding the ball to stealing the pass to the post. I think he did that 2 games ago. He's got a really good knack and understanding of how to impact and make winning plays. He was great tonight. He was aggressive. He attacked. He had 7 assists, pushed the ball in transition. He was a screener at times. Did a little bit of everything, and that's what we're going to need.
Yes, and what was the message to the team in that huddle when they actually got, down to 9, 10 points, that cushioned?
Yeah, just get back to what we're doing. We're going to be fine. We've got to execute, get stops, understand that we can get pretty much what we want offensively. We just got to take our time and take care of the ball.
Yeah, you messed it up. It was 12 shots, Dad.
6 of 8.
No, it was 12.
6 of 8 or 13.
I was 12. I was 8 for 12.
Okay. Well, whatever.
Are y'all serious?
You should have.
No, I'm grateful for what you have, baby. I still want to keep it up respect.
No, yeah. All right.
Just as a team, how good was it to respond like you guys did tonight, coming off of the Oklahoma City game?
Just show what Pelicans basketball is. What we showed that night against OKC wasn't, our level of urgency, especially during this time of the year. And, I definitely felt like we responded very well tonight.
Have you ever got that hot at any point in your career?
Probably in high school. That's probably the last time. I had 44 on like 12 shots, so that was pretty cool. So a little less efficient tonight, but we'll take it though.
Yeah, Willie was just talking a little bit about, you guys had a conversation where you basically spoke about, hey, look where you had a year ago. You just had kind of gotten to the rotation. I mean, what's it been like just taking these strides in the past calendar year?
Yeah, no, he taught me right before shoot around, and he was just telling me, at the end of the day, like, you've been doing really, really well. Like, I expect a lot out of you. Like, I expect a lot of you for this team. But you just got to put into perspective. Like, this time around last year, you were just getting to the rotation again and, just trying to find your way, and now you're, contributing on a team that's, in playoff contention. Like, you just got to look at it like that. And it definitely helped me a lot, and I appreciated it. It was, something he didn't have to say, but definitely it made me feel a little bit better for sure.
And that's something we've talked about a lot during your first 2 years, just how far you've come from senior year of high school to where you are right now. Just kind of what's been the key for you being able to grow and mature as much as you have on and off the court?
A lot of it is really just staying consistent. There's times where people get complacent when they get to a certain point in their life, and I've always just been paranoid to an extent whenever I get to, go Division I and then go to a high major school and then get drafted. It's always like there's still something else I need to accomplish, still somebody else that's coming right after me. So I think that's a big part of it, is just not getting complacent.
And how important was it for you, not just to hit the threes tonight, but to hit them in different ways, coming off screens, off balance, just adding those different elements to your game, like we talked about, being able to get more threes up in different ways?
It's very important, because at the end of the day, guys are gonna, stay attached to me. So I have to find ways to still get up threes by moving, setting screens, and popping, doing different things, because it just makes it that much harder for people to guard, and then makes our offense a lot more potent.
What's it like for you seeing the reaction of your teammates when they're posting your stats on the big board, and y'all are in a huddle and everybody's going crazy? Like what is that still like for you, just watching everybody react to that?
It's beautiful, man. I mean, that's just our team, though. We all love each other. It's a group of guys that just feed off of each other's energy, and we just show a lot of support for each other, man. It could be anybody's night. Like when Jose had his night when he had 38, we're all just as excited for him. So, I just think it's a testament to our team.
For you guys, we talked last night about the energy not being there in the first. It was clearly there tonight. What's the key to have that same level of energy moving forward?
Just staying consistent. That's really what it was. I think Herb started off with that charge, first play of the game. Brought us life, brought Smoothie King Center a lot of life as well, and that's just the starter we needed. And then on offense, we had a lot of pace today. We were moving a lot better than we were in the game last night.
Hey, Trey, you talked about your teammates, but what does it mean for you, like when guys like I saw Mikal Bridges tweeted you tweeted at you, but what does it mean for your name to be kind of getting out there like that, where people across the league are watching you and knowing what you're doing?
It's definitely cool. It definitely is cool. I got a little bit of that All-Star break because I was able to talk to a lot of guys that I watched growing up, and it's a surreal feeling sometimes when you getting that respect from people that you watch a lot of film on, or watch when you were 8 years old or whatever. And Mikel's my dog. That's one of my best friends, and I'm super happy for him in his situation now that he's in Brooklyn, and he's always going to support, and I'm always support him as well.
Trey, first off, who gets the game ball? Do you get to keep it, or you got to hand it to mom or dad?
Let's see. My dad made me a little mad yesterday, so that's probably why I shot the ball so many times. So maybe my mom, because I was mad at my dad. So we'll see.
Also, Trey, switching gears, talk a little bit about Herb Jones and what he's meant to the offense by giving him a bigger role, and he's kind of exploded with it, right? More playmaking, giving you guys another kind of side to the offense.
Man, he's been playing. He's really been playing really well. Shooting the ball really well. I feel like people aren't highlighting that enough. He's been shooting the ball really well in these past few games, blocking up. He's been a difference maker, and he's been the person that's energized and sparked our team. Like I told him after the game, I was like, "Look, bro, like we have a chance to be like really, really special." And we came in together, and we just got to stick together. He really has a chance to be a phenomenal player in this league.
Portland has threw a lot of zone at you guys, especially early. Willie talked about you guys are going over zone 2-3 times a week because that's what teams are doing. How much more comfortable as a team do you guys feel when teams do decide to throw that zone at you than maybe you were, a few months ago?
Definitely. A lot more comfortable. I mean, at the end of the day, it's reps. We're getting a lot of reps against zone, against these teams, and so it's even better than in practice because you can't really practice much due to the rigors of the season. But, we've been executing really well and, just a testament to just staying with it. I think that's what it really is.
And was there a point or a shot tonight where you looked up and you were like, all right, I'm feeling this. This might be my night tonight?
So is this the time where I can say when I woke up, like, can I finally say it now? But no, the one, it was my 4th 3, right wing. I got it kicked up to me in transition, and I heard somebody in the back calling for the ball. It might have been open, but I pump faked, and when I pump faked, the guy flew by me, and all I saw was a rim, and I just shot it. And when it went in, I was like, yeah, I know this is gonna be my night.
What did you think of the way you ended your night? A night where you'll be remembered for career-high threes and finish with the reverse two-handed dunk. Did it seem fitting in some kind of way?
If you're insinuating that I should have won the dunk contest, then hey, man. Sure, let's just say that. But I just think it's just the whole, bag that I have to my game. It's a very diverse game. I can score in many different ways, and so I guess in and off with an exclamation point like a dunk would have been pretty cool. So, yeah.
Trey, man, you didn't get the dunk to go down early in the game.
Man, if I would have got that one, that would have been tough. But, win some, you lose some.
Did you say why you were mad at your dad? Or
Nah, we don't have to disclose that right now, Some family business, whatever. Thank you.